Welcome back to Daytime Live. Now, Jamaica is still coming to terms with the passing of our colleague, our friend, radio pioneer, Francois Juste. Now, to talk about his life and works, we've invited a few folks who knew him well. Now, on Zoom, we have Claudette Powell. Claudette!
Hi.
AKA CP.
How are you?
We are good, so wonderful to have you. And here
Thank
in
you.
studio, we have Janice Young and Scott Wilson. Welcome, guys. Is your name Scott? Are you sure?
Good with me.
Okay, all right. Good to know. Good to know. Good
I'm
to
happy.
know.
All right, so I'm gonna jump in with a question real quick. When we say the name Francois Juste, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Mentor.
Hold on, ladies first. What you do?
Oh, sorry.
Scott.
No, I mean he
No, I'm
he's
enthusiastic.
Okay, all right.
Let's start with Claudette first. CP,
let's start,
CP, when we say Francois Juste, what comes to mind?
Oh, first that comes to mind is that hat.
The hat, the cowboy hat.
The hat is classic. And then second comes to mind an amazing boss.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Jan?
He is one of the best boss I've ever had in my career of working under a level of management. The word that comes to mind when I think of Francois is innovator. And that's what he's been for the brand prior to even me starting working with the station, creating something like the Fame Road Party series, which was never seen before in radio prior to and literally hasn't been seen after. And basically working under the tutelage of Francois for 14, 15 years, I can say that he has taught me so much. And I will forever be grateful for the opportunity to be there for him to show creativity, thinking outside of the box, and being not just a boss but a friend.
I feel like say yeah, take up everything. She has said everything could have possibly said about anybody. Scott, where you at? You.
No,
So you gotta say everything she said.
Don't
No.
it? I know Claudette said so.
Yes.
Right.
Scott, your time.
Okay, so here's the thing, Francois. Francois was.
gonna get the answer.
No, but I'm gonna ask you this one. So Francois, he was a mentor to many.
Yes.
I want
When I was
to know.
going to mentor
I
still.
knew that's what you were gonna
Set
say.
word, yeah.
I want to know, what did he teach you, Scott?
Boy, so many people come on radio and they're very suave and they're cool and they're, sexy and whatever.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But there's a level of energy that's required because you can't always do that and you have to be appropriate. And he taught me how to be appropriate on radio for different times, different segments, different moods, different audiences.
Right.
You know what I mean?
All right, so what I want to know, Claudette, I think is the best person to answer this one. Like, what was it like working with Francois? What was the energy like on air?
The energy was pretty amazing because Francois, even though he comes across extremely calm, cool, and collective off air, his energy is amazing on air. He's super bright, super intelligent, and he is the epitome of edutainment because he gives you all the information you need, and sometimes you don't even know that you want it, and then on top of that, he gives it to you in a way that you can swallow it in bits and pieces. And he was a master at that. He was a master at teaching you things. I used to love listening to the morning show because, anything that was happening in the government or what was happening on the island, he was able to break it down and piecemeal it so that it's easy to digest and you're able to understand it and get a full picture as to what is going on. And I love that about him.
Do you agree?
Absolutely, 150%. That was Francois. And working with him, you never felt like you were working, to be honest. Like, even though you're in office and technically it's like as a projects coordinator, as management of the station outside of what's happening on air, it's a 9 to 5 technically, but you never felt that way. Because
that's an office, Janice. What about the road parties?
No,
How did
but
you
that's
make
what
that
I'm saying.
not work?
That's what I'm saying, is like conceptualizing something, executing it, and then at the same time teaching those that, you know, how to, because without, I mean, I could say I owe a lot to what I've learned and what I'm doing now, even with my own business and still doing radio, to Francois, because, and at the same time, even if you're not working with him at the time, or he's no longer general manager, I still call him bossy, because as far as I'm concerned, no matter who else is my manager, you are my boss. Like, you're the ultimate boss.
I love that.
Yeah.
All right, Scott.
Any further stories about the hat? The energy working with Francois, both on air and...
So off air, he was very cool, right? He's the coolest guy ever.
True.
Right? But on air, he's this excitement. He's this energy. He's this vibe.
Remember the good mornings,
Jamaica.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I had to do that, right?
I lie.
No, yeah, because whenever he went on leave, I would do his show.
Right.
And trust me, it was a privilege.
Let me hear
for
your
me.
version.
No, it's not. What's that?
Yeah.
No, me to just...
It never did work out.
Then you pay the money royalties for that good morning.
Jamaica.
Good morning,
Good
right?
morning, they're supposed to collect royalties off it. You pay the money for that?
Well,
You license it? What was the licensing fee?
Wow.
50%.
All right, so here's what I want to hear now. You guys, tell us about the road parties. Tell us.
So you had road parties, you had island parties, you had property parties.
Francois made a party station literally connect with the people, and that was the first of its kind. So as a manager, he took the brand into something new, creative and unique and innovative.
There's a time when we had road parties every month and
Yes, every month. We go to every parish.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna jump in here 1 second. I want CP, I want you to jump in on this as well.
Yeah.
What will you guys do to continue his legacy? We don't have a lot of time, so I want everybody to just shout out quick. Not shout out, but let's go to you first, CP, on Zoom. What will we do to continue his legacy?
Well, my main goal is to keep the entertainment going on. The other thing is to keep the partying going on, because
I love that.
He taught us how to party from day until morning time. I mean, until nighttime. The entertainment was on a whole other level, like they were talking about. The way that he kept, so he had a dream. He had a dream about what he was trying to do, and he followed through on that. And he made all of us believe it as a crew.
Gotcha, CP. All right, Scott, you.
Right, so the edutainment part of it, as CP said, very important. When I had to do his show, I had to do research. I literally had to do a whole heap of research to come on the show.
To make sure you know
what I'm talking about.
So keeping it integrity.
Yeah.
All right.
Innovation, consistently thinking outside of the box. And I think once, you know, as a young person, somebody, you know, as a mentor shows you that, hey, there's 5 different ways of doing something. Not because somebody's doing it this way means it's the best way. What is your way? What is your creativity? And I think that is what I put in everything that I do now, and I'll continue to do that.
All right.
That's amazing. That's a good sign of a good leader right there. It's not just one way to do everything.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Janice. Thank you, CP. Let me just say
thank you, Francois.
Quickly, thank you very much, Francois. As a person that has had the privilege of working with all 3 of you, that you are all doing exemplary in your respective fields already. You are already carrying on Francois' legacy.
I love that.
Big up everybody. Remember, everybody, to check on your loved ones and support as a community. Thank you very much for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow with much more. We'll come back.
We'll come back with some buzz. You know, we're always buzzing here. Vibe, games, everything. Stay safe. Monkeypox, step out. Walk good.
Big up.